Hello, welcome back to another vlog. I hope you are well. I hope you're having a beautiful day. I hope the weather is gorgeous where you are. Today's vlog, we are going on another solo outing. I am going to a park nearby my home and doing some hiking, spending some time out in nature, taking in all the beauty, and then we'll have a real honest little chit chat at the end of the vlog. So I hope you enjoy. It was just so beautiful through here. Lots of little winding trails and whatnot. It was a little bit more narrow through this part, so I just thought it looked really cool with the trees coming into the path and kind of overlapping and creating a bit of a canopy. And it just looks so beautiful once you look up into the sky and look at the pretty flowers. I just thought it was so cool to see this little bumblebee up close. Normally, I would never get anywhere near bees, but I was looking at these flowers and then he flew over, so just thought we'd spend a little time together. He didn't bother me, I didn't bother him, so it worked out. Looking at lots of different little bugs and critters. Listen to this squirrel. Thought that squirrel eating sounded so funny. Just the noise it was making was so weird. But anyway, I saw this tree and it had these, gosh, I don't even know what they are, but you can see they're kind of like these bumpy oval shaped things. It looked like they had seeds or something inside of them, so this tree was like covered in them. I just thought it looked really neat because I was seeing a bunch of them on the ground but wasn't sure where they were coming from, so here we are. And then there was a little chipmunk just hanging out there. I saw tons of chipmunks on my walk, so it was really nice. And there was this old spider web or cobweb. It looked really gross but also kind of cool, so just wanted to show you guys. And then I just continued on my walk. I think it was like a couple miles, the trail, and so there was a lot to see. I thought this tree kind of curling around this other tree was really cool, and just how tall they are, and they're all so skinny. Just I love it. It's so beautiful out here. It feels really good, like just the trees, the leaves, the nature, everything. It's good. Get out in some nature today. Moving right along, I had to cross this little bridge to get to the next part of the trail, and I was just seeing lots of cool little flowers and stuff. These kind of reminded me of like little bell peppers. The way they look, like little green bell peppers. So they started off green, and then it looks like they can turn purple as well, like just like little berries. Now obviously I was not about to try anything, just eat some random plant, but I just thought they looked really cool, and they were kind of hanging like how grapes do. So wanted to show you that, and then all the pretty little yellow flowers. There were so many of those on the trail, and then wildflowers, and then kind of open fields where there was just a bunch of, I don't even know, just a bunch of stuff. And of course, look at those clouds again. I just couldn't get enough of the clouds today. Just the sky was so beautiful. Here you can see a bit in the background. I actually saw a coyote or a fox. It was a little freaky because we crossed paths, but then he just scurried right off, so it was no problem. Finishing up with my hike, I think I did about an hour and a half or so. I mean, I really took my time walking through, stopping, looking, feeling, touching. So it was really a beautiful walk. And then I decided I wanted to do a little reading. So I was just picking a spot here in the actual park section. I was going to do this first tree, then I was like, no, the second one, that one looks right. So I took my blanket, my little picnic blanket, got set up, and I had my water and stuff, I had my book, and we were good to go. It in by doing some deep breaths and a little bit of meditation just to quiet down and calm my mind a little more. And then the book that I was reading this particular day is called Beyond Mars and Venus by Dr. John Gray. It is a relationship book. He's the one who wrote Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus, like all those years ago, so I'm sure you recognize that title, but this is a really good relationship book. I just started reading it just to get a few tips on some self-care stuff. Actually, it's really good for that, so definitely recommend if you're interested in that sort of thing. It talks about regulating your hormones as a woman, all that sort of stuff. And then now it's time to head out. So I just got back home. It is 4 o'clock. So I was there for 2 hours. It felt really good. Just being out there. This is my second time going to that trail. I went last week too for the first time, and I really enjoyed it. And I walked further today, and the weather was just so perfect, so perfect. I could have stayed there longer, but one, I was starting to get hungry, and two, when I had my little blanket down, ants and stuff were crawling all over it, and y'all, I don't do bugs, I don't do critters, so I was like, I gotta go. But yeah, I have some leftovers, so I'm gonna grab that, warm that up. And yeah, some leftovers we had from the weekend. It's Chinese. It's just
white rice, and then I always, well, not always, but sometimes every once in a while I'll crave like, or I'll have a taste for like the vegetables that's like in that brown like stir fry sauce. I think they literally say like veggies and brown sauce on the menu, so not totally sure what it is or what the sauce is, I mean, but it's just really good. So and we always like to get General Chicken too, so I did have that, you know, obviously earlier this week, but this is what's left over, and I've just been eating it as my lunch. Like, it comes in this container. I've literally, this is my 3rd day having this and the rice, so it's like, it's really pretty filling to me. So anyway, I'm just like, first of all, I hope you guys are enjoying the vlogs like this. I mean, we are still working on, I don't like mushrooms, you know, like little things around the house, but honestly, not really anything significant enough to like make a whole video about. So it'll probably just be like little things here and there. I've also been kind of in the mood of like wanting to freshen things up, switch things around a bit. But also keeping in mind that, you know, fall is coming up. So I may show you guys a couple little things around the house today, but I want to have another little chit chat. So let me warm this up and we'll see. I think it's okay. I like messing with the camera, but it's just gonna have to work, y'all. So instead, I got my veggies with my rice. And I saw somebody eating an apple in their car on the way here, and I was just like, ooh, that looks good. So I got my apple all sliced up. And then I got my kombucha. I love kombucha. This particular brand is really good too, and it's mango lime. So it's really good. And then I got my water. So yeah, what I want to talk about is self-nourishing, self-care. So I remember talking about this briefly in one of my vlogs like a long time ago. And I did get some good feedback on it, but I've just been thinking more about it lately. So as I shared with you guys in my last video about, you know, just what I've been going through emotionally and stuff, you know, I've realized over the course of, I don't know, the last couple of weeks or so, last few weeks or so, I think I had said in my video that I realized I was like not going down the right path, or I was out of alignment. But really what I meant by that was like that's true, but really what I'm trying to say is that like I wasn't doing things, or haven't been doing things that are truly nourishing to me. It's just like I'm doing things for the sake of doing it, or doing things that were maybe entertaining or intellectually stimulating, or, you know, gratifying in some way, but not actually nourishing. So what I mean by that is, for example, like I said, I started watching The Walking Dead, and there were days where I like binged it and I watched hours of it. That was entertaining, and it was stimulating in the way that it like made me think. You know, it's like a really like thrilling type of show, edge of your seat sort of thing. It was entertaining, but I didn't feel nourished after watching hours of that show. You know what I mean? So if you're doing your self-care and you still are feeling like your cup isn't full at the end of it, or that you didn't really feel nourished and taken care of after it, then your self-care or what you're doing isn't really effective. Now, of course, not everything we do or how we spend our day and our time is going to be or even has to be deeply nourishing. But if you live long enough and you operate long enough in this place of not replenishing yourself, not nourishing yourself, you will crash and burn. So for some people that can mean burnout at their job. It can turn into depression or feeling really down, like how I did. It can turn into anxiety or clinginess in your relationship. It can come to, low self-esteem or just feeling empty or feeling like you don't have a purpose. Just your life being devoid of real joy. I mean, it can lead to those things if you go long enough without nourishing yourself. So as far as for me, so I posed a question to you guys, to you ladies, anyone who's watching, what does nourishing self-care really look like for you? What does that mean? And not just what other people tell you it's supposed to mean, or what you see on YouTube, a self-care day, or, oh, bubble baths, mani-pedis. That's all like outward physical stuff. And there's nothing wrong with that, right? For some women, if you're super busy, maybe going to get your mani-pedi and like relaxing and fully enjoying it. Maybe that is your self-care. But for a lot of us, or for me, that's just part of my grooming routine. I don't think of that as self-care. You know what I mean? And so, I just challenge you to really ask yourself about that and really, go inward to figure that out. That's a question I've really been thinking about a lot lately, because I realized, I think for a while, and I didn't even know, like I was doing things that on the surface felt good, but I wasn't really connecting with myself on a soul level. I wasn't really feeling nourished. And I was just doing all of these things that weren't bad things. It's like, why am I doing that really? That's not who I am. This isn't satisfying me on a deeper level. It's just satisfying me on a surface level. And I don't know if it's turning 30 or what, but it's like, I'm really being called to go deeper. Like the stuff I've been doing, while it's been good, the life I have has been good, whatever. It's like, I'm just being called to do more, and not more for the sake of like, to show other people, but just like more inner work, going deeper within myself, really looking at what it means for me to have a truly fulfilling, wholesome, full, rich, fun, joyful life, what that really looks like. And what I've been doing was okay for the old me, but this new version of myself that I'm coming into, that won't cut it anymore. So, I'm really having to assess and really sit with myself. I'm like, dang, okay, so what is it that I really enjoy? What's nourishing? And just to share some with you guys, I mean, is being out in nature. That's why I went on that hike again today, because when I went last week, just on a whim, I was like, oh, I'm gonna go on this hike. And then I literally felt so good. Like I just felt like I was buzzing, like I was vibrating all over. Like it felt so good to be out there that first time. I was like, I gotta do this again. And so I went today and it felt really good too. And I'm realizing like, okay, this has to be a regular part of my life, because this feels amazing and I can't like deprive myself of that. So now I know being out in nature and hiking, exercising more. I've realized like I feel really good when I exercise, and I have to do that. And obviously that's good for my health. So for the last 3 weeks, I've been getting on my treadmill every morning and then stretching, and it's been feeling so good, so nourishing to take care of myself in that way. Also eating healthier meals. I just realized like I was just not taking care of my body, and things are starting to catch up with me in a way that it's just a little overwhelming, to be honest. I can discuss that in another video, but I'm really just being called to change my lifestyle and change my diet and change the way I treat my body and the way I look at my body and the way I talk about my body. And so it's just this season of change. But like I said, I just had to really get honest with myself and clear about what's really nourishing me, what makes me feel full, what makes me feel, loved and cared for and nurtured. And I really encourage you to do that for yourself as well. Especially as women, we have to have that. We're not going to feel happy and full and complete if we don't give that to ourselves. And you don't have to wait on your husband or your boyfriend or your man or whatever to do that for you. They serve a certain purpose, and they want to give that love to you. Of course, they want to do everything they can for you, but you still have to be able to self-nourish and self-soothe as well. That's just one component of our happiness, is what your spouse can do for you. That's one part, but you still have to do, your part too. So hopefully this is making sense. Hopefully you guys appreciate, this real honest conversation about self-care, and that, you can dig a little deeper. I just feel like collectively too, I can feel it. I just feel it in the collective energy that this is like a huge time of shift and change and evolving. And the old way of doing things is not going to fly anymore. And that people are finding that they feel deeply unsatisfied and deeply unfulfilled with the way that they've been living their life. And hopefully, instead of feeling depressed about it or apathetic, I'm hoping that I can encourage you and maybe inspire you to see the message in it, get the gold in that and see, well, okay, this is a time where, I could really change my life and change what I'm doing and change personality, everything. So I feel it. I know that it's happening for a lot of people, or that a lot of people are being called in that direction. Now, whether the answer to call or not, that's up to you, but the feeling won't go away, not until you do the real work. You have to be honest with yourself, and you have to tap into that part of yourself and, really explore everything that we need, all the wisdom and guidance, knowledge that we need. It is within us. We have access to that, but you have to quiet your mind and be still in order to actually receive that, in order to recognize it for what it is. So I don't pretend to have all the answers. I don't have it all figured out. I'm still on this journey of, discovering my new self and rebuilding myself. But in the meantime, I just feel called to share certain things, and I hope that I can be of some encouragement or upliftment to you or whoever. I'm just putting it out there, but I feel like we just need to have more honest conversations like this. Like, people are just, there's just so much fakeness isn't even the word. It's more like it's just not being honest with ourselves. You know, I can't expect someone to be honest with me when I know that they're not even being honest with themselves. So if you want something different, you're gonna have to do something different. And I'm not trying to motivate anyone. It's about inspiration. It's just tapping into what's already there. That's all it is. And I encourage you to do that. I do. Just get a little quiet, maybe 5 minutes a day. You know, it can be journaling, it can be whatever. And just really ask yourself, you know, what is it that I really need in my life to feel happy? Like, what really makes me happy? What makes me feel alive? What makes me feel excited to get up in the morning? What makes me feel confident or sexy or whatever? You know, like just ask yourselves all those questions. And you know, I'm asking myself those questions too. I'm journaling about it. I'm praying about it. I'm reflecting about it. I'm thinking about it. And just see what comes up for you. So I guess I could end the vlog. I was gonna cook dinner with you guys, but I'm afraid this will end up being really long. This conversation has already been 17 minutes, so I'm like, and I don't want to cut it because I mean, I just feel like it's needed. It had to be said, you know. So yeah, let me just go ahead and end the video here. And you know, please just let me know what you think of what I said. Is this resonating with you? Does it strike a chord for you? You know, what are you going through in terms of self-care? And what do you do for your self-care? Nourishing self-care. So yeah, thanks for watching. I hope that you enjoy the rest of your day, wherever you are, whatever time it is. It's Thursday here. I just hope you know, you have a great day. You find peace in whatever it is that you're doing or however you're feeling. And I hope that I'm able to provide some sort of inspiration or some resource or something thought-provoking, you know, something for you to think about. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one.